You're like a little
School guy. Yeah, I guess the buttons. I'm about to mess this one up. It dropped on me. I don't want to break it. I said it dropped on me when I was taking it out. So.
That's a lot of dots.
Why are you wearing my dots?
Yeah, I'm supposed to have 3. I'm
No,
like
what
6.
is this? Hey y'all. Who wrote the rule that said I have to only have 3 dots?
It's common sense.
Whatever. That, really?
I wanted to see. It says.
Well, wait, let me see. It's gonna pop in.
It
Relax.
says, look, it says.
Look, you are not the technical assistant in this live. Hey y'all. She over here trying to interrupt my flow.
And we were like, why do you always have people that cover their face in the video?
They already know who you are.
You cover your face too, Jenny?
I look dusty.
Last time you looked dusty last time you was on here.
I look more dustier than last time.
Oh, whoa. That would not be good. Hey y'all. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing?
Hey, my eyebrows done. That's why I need to go with you.
We're getting ready to do a protein treatment on her hair real quick before I saw her back up. Because she dyed her hair yesterday, or re-dyed it.
Oh, my hair is dry.
And put a berry. And she put like color on it. She did color with the 40 volume. Like I showed y'all in the last video. And then bleached it. Bleached her ends, not the whole thing. Bleached her ends, and then recolored it yesterday because her ends was just like a little bit darker than what she wanted them to be. Okay, he would. I want to roll a slow mo in my life. But yeah, so she colored it, and then yesterday she bleached it, and then she came back.
No, you got this bitch attitude. Cover your shit up too.
And then bleached it. They can hear you. And bleached it, and then colored it again, right? But when she colored it again with the same color we used, and then with the 40 volume. So, like, I'm not feeling the it don't have enough moisture in it right now. So, it's like too dry for me. So I'm gonna just do like a real good protein treatment on it before I braid her back up, because like the ends is feeling like too brittle or whatever. So I'm gonna give her a trim and, you know, hook it up before I re-braid her up, because, you know, when you sewing in a weave, you don't have like all kind of tension and stuff on it. And when you're doing color, you know what I mean, especially that kind of color, you don't want to have any breakage on it. So this is what we're gonna do. So basically, all I'm using right now is this this Alpha G protein treatment right here. I'm using this on her hair, and basically you just apply this on your hair from the roots to the ends, really good, and allow it to dry. And the longer you let it sit, you guys, the harder it'll get, and you're gonna see results from the first time you do it. So if this is not one of those products that you have to use over and over and over and over again before you see results. You know what I mean? So I always tell people, like, if you're going to do this, like, make sure you have time in your day to do it. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to just put it in, let it dry real quick and take it back out. You want to get, like, as much time with it as you can. And so I've even told people, like, when I put it on my own hair, sometimes I'll let mine sit overnight if I have time to do that. So the longer you let it sit, the better results you'll get. And once you like rinse it out, right? Once you rinse it out, you're gonna feel like the strength come back into the hair. And it's going to be way stronger than what it was previously before you put it in. So like I said, you get the results really, really fast. And you're going to get it from that very, very, very first wash. I mean, you know, first treatment, I mean. So, like, her ends, like, all her hair is, like, too dry. You know what I mean? Like, it should have, like, some type of moisture in it. It don't have any in there at all. So, like I say, you can look at her ends and tell. And then also, when by her doing her color, her texture of her hair is naturally really curly, right? But by her coloring her hair multiple times, it started like weakening her hair. So as you can see, like, her ends are really straight because she doesn't have like a perm or anything on her hair. So this is all due to color. You know what I mean? So if you bleaching your hair or whatever, it kind of turns it into this. So by the time we finish this treatment, and then when I put it on, you guys, you'll see like the curls pop back in immediately. You know what I mean? So whatever your natural texture is, it'll help it pop back into those curls, and even on the ends as well. So her hair is kind of dry right now. So I'm not going to put it on bone dry. I'm going to just spray her hair down with a little bit of water. Right? And just mist it a little bit. I don't want it to be soaking wet because after we put the protein treatment on, I'm going to put her under like my little portable hair dryer and let her sit under there, because like the hair dryer is going to help it dry and get harder even faster. So I'm not going to like saturate the hair with the water. I just want to kind of like mist it a little bit. And just to get it like, you know, just moist enough, you know what I mean, where it's just not paper dry, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to have like a lot of tension and stuff on your hair when it's dry anyway. Hold your head up a little bit. So I'm just kind of like spraying in between her roots and stuff, and then I'm going to spray it all the way down to the ends as well. And if anybody is wondering what color this is, hi Rashida. Hey boo. If anybody is wondering what color this is, we did this color on one of the other lives that we did. I think like weekend before last we did it. And the color is magenta. Hey girl. The color is magenta, you guys. I'll get you still got the box, right? Yeah. So I'll go get the box before I get off. Just remind me if anybody want to know like what brand it is, and I'll go get the box or whatever to show you guys. But it is in one of my other, the live that we did when we did the coloring or whatever, because we also color her bundles this color, and it came out the exact same color as this. So, but when you're putting this in, you guys, you don't have to use a spray bottle. I'm just doing this because she had already washed her hair previously and it kind of air dried on her. So you don't have to use a spray bottle. I'm just doing this because it's dry. Because usually after you wash your hair, it's going to be damp anyway, and you won't need to do this, you know. Hey T. You won't need to spray it down. I'm just spraying hers down because, it air dry. And like I say, when you're doing like a deep color or whatever, it gets like really, really, it feels really like brittle. Like not damaged brittle or whatever, because like it's not like a lot coming out on my hands. So that's a good sign, especially for all the coloring we did on it. But, once you start feeling that dryness and stuff like that, then if you don't do nothing about it, the next thing is going to be brittle, and then it's going to break, and then you're going to be bald. I call it the 3 B's. Brittle, breakage, and then baldness. So you don't want that to happen. So I'm just misting her. Hold it over. I'm just misting her hair. It was above. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, my TV is back on. Praise God. Won't he do it? I was over here shaking like you know what.
You know what it was? So I gotta look.
So we gotta turn that back in. Yeah. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry about that. So look, so I'm just.
No, that's the old one.
That's the old one. So I'm just misting her hair. So I actually feel like this is pretty good. Can you pull that towel around? Is it around your way? Okay. So this part is good, you guys. So I'm gonna stop spraying it now.
I realized that
And
$100,000 is not exactly a fortune.
and then I'm gonna take this wide tooth comb right here.
Okay. Well, let me ask you guys.
And just kind of comb through her ends a little bit. Can you guys see that really good? I'm trying to make sure I was in the.
Just talking to you.
Hey, watch out for that table. I was in the behind you, the table. Yeah.
Starts with a conversation.
I was trying to make sure I was in the right angle, you guys. So you see how like her hair is like really straight right here? It's supposed to be like curly, you know? So that's all due to her, you know what I'm saying? Like dyeing it and bleaching it or whatever. But it'll come back. It'll pop right back in. You know what I mean? That's why I was saying, you know, in the other video that, you know, it's imperative. I ain't even killing this girl. She tender-headed. She gonna make it look like I'm trying to murder her. It's imperative that, you know, we all keep this in our cabinet. You know what I mean? Because with all the stuff that we do to our hair on a regular basis, like with the coloring and perming and all that crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need this in your cabinet. But I also tell people that if you don't have this, you know what I mean? Say if you run out or you just don't have it at all, you can just go get a couple of eggs and crack the eggs and, you know, whip them up and put it in your hair. Now, it won't be as potent as that, but it will, you know what I'm saying, it will do the trick, you know what I mean? So you want to keep this and have it in your cabinet or whatever. So you kind of want to detangle the hair too, you guys, because when this stuff dries, it gets really hard and it's going to go into different phases. It's going to get sticky, and then when it starts getting sticky, you know, if you're not really paying attention, you'll probably think that it's your hair that you're trying to detangle, and it's not that. It's actually the protein treatment, right? So what you don't want to do is, you guys, because that has happened to me once or twice in my lifetime since I've used this, because I've been using this for a very long time. This product has been out for years, believe it or not. And I have done this a couple of times, like rushing or whatever. And I'll be like, oh, you know what, I'm trying to just, you know, detangle my hair. And in reality, it's the product and it's drying. So it'll go on. It has like this like watery kind of consistency, but it still has a sticky feel. And then as it dries, it'll make you feel like you're having a hard time getting through your hair. It's not that. It's the product. So it's better to comb through your hair first, right? Try to detangle it first. Because when you pay... Hi, Shahida. Because when you put it on your hair, you have to, in order to get like, you know, the best results when you're using it, you have to put it on from the roots to the ends, right? And so it just saves so much time if you just comb it through before you put it on. You know what I mean? Because if you put the stuff, hey Tish, if you put the stuff on first and then detangle, then you're going to find yourself rushing, you guys. And you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to have to rush. Hey, boo, you don't want to have to rush. You want to be able to take your time, you know what I mean? And make sure you're getting it all the way through. So just detangle it first. And like I say, if it air dries and it gets a little dry, just get a little spray bottle, mix it with some water, you know what I mean? And just go through it like that. You know what I mean? So when you do put it on, you'll have time to comb it through. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, if you put this stuff on before and try to comb it through, then you might as well just comb what you can and just leave the rest, you know, hanging. Because I'm telling you, once it starts to dry, like this stuff, it's serious. Like it's amazing. I'm using the alpha G Tish that we did in the other live that we talked about. Remember when I was telling you guys about this protein treatment right here, the alpha G one? This is what I'm using right now on her hair, because I was letting everybody know that, you know, she colored her hair a couple of times. You know, we did it like 2 weeks ago, and her ends were darker than her roots or whatever, and initially her hair is her roots is harder to dye than her her ends is harder to dye than her roots. So we waited for a couple of weeks, and then yesterday when she took her weave out, she wanted to go back in it again. But this morning I was like, I ain't feeling that, honey. No, it's just too dry, and you're not gonna have this break off on me. So, and plus it was time to do it anyway, you know what I mean? Especially when you wearing weaves and stuff like that, you guys. Like, you don't have to use this just because, like, you don't, you know, you can use it for anything. You know what I mean? Whether if you wearing weaves, braids, if you don't wear weaves or braids, and you just want to make sure that you want your hair to stay strong, because if your hair is strong, you know what I mean, it will be able to take a lot of stuff, it will grow, it will stay healthy, right? So you don't, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to just use this because you coloring it or you texturizing it. You can use it for any reason. And you only use it once every 6 weeks. Okay, so that's going to put this on right now. You do the treatment once every 6 weeks. It's been times where I've used it like every 4 weeks or whatever. So you can go, I say you can go 4 weeks. So, and 4 weeks will be like if you really feel like something's going on, you know what I mean? Like if you combing your hair and you having like excessive shedding and you need to go, you can do it. Hey Tosh Boo. You can you know what I'm saying, you can use this like for, you know, 4 to 5 weeks in. You don't have to wait the whole entire 6 weeks. Because it's a lot of times, like, if you have, like, a perm in your hair, a texturizer, or a dye, or color, or whatever, and you'll notice your hair, like, shedding or breaking, or even guess what? Even if you're stressing, you know what I mean? Because, hey, boo, even if you're stressing, you guys, like, any type of breakage, any type of anything, I'm telling you, I put my life on this product. This product has been around, oh, my God, it's been around, like, since I can remember, since I was like 18ish or something like that. It's been around for a while. It's the Apogee, Tosh, the Apogee protein treatment. No, you look, you're not late. We haven't even started yet. You good, boo? It's the Apogee protein treatment. This is what we putting on her hair. And I was just telling everybody that this, hey Chris, this treatment is really good. You know what I mean? It's going to stop the breakage immediately. It'll stop the breakage. It'll keep it from breaking. And like once you rinse this out, you know what I mean? Because like I said, use it when you have time. You know what I mean? Like if you're just trying to do like a quick treatment or something, like don't even use it because you're not going to get like the full advantages out of it. So just use it like when you have time to sit. You know what I mean? If you let it sit overnight, you're really going to get like some results. You're going to get results regardless. But it's so simple. All you do is just make sure that the hair is kind of moist. You know what I mean? If it's dry, like her other side is dry because it was air drying, then I just showed them, I just got the little spray bottle with water, mixed it down, and then comb it out. You know what I mean? Comb it out first, you guys, before you put it on. Because like I say, if you put it on first before you start to comb it out, then you're going to be very upset because you're not going to be able to get it combed all the way through, and it's going to start drying up on you. And when it dries, it gets really hard. Like your hair is going to be hard like a cardboard hard. You know what I mean? So don't panic. That's what it's supposed to do. And the harder it gets, the better it is. Hold it to the side. So let me see. Turn this way. I want y'all to kind of see like the consistency it is. It smells like egg. You know what I'm saying? It's like a it's like a yellowish liquid. You know what I mean?
And let's hope he learned from it.
And it's really sticky. And so let me see if I can put a little bit more.
If I were
And once you start putting it on your hair, it'll kind of like set up a little bit. It'll look like a little bit of like it'll have like a little foamish texture on it.
we don't want America
And
75 years
that's how it starts. Oh, shit.
400,000
Hold your head back. Yeah.
Gave
It
them
starts as a liquid,
Europe from Nazism.
and then like I say, it's gonna dry and it gets sticky, right? The only thing is,
Well, I know what he's planning to do.
yeah, girl, this stuff been around for ages. I make sure I keep this in my cabinet faithfully. And when it dries, it gets really hard. Okay, like say right now, I just put it on her hair right now, right? So it's good that I detangled her already.
Race issues.
It do stink. It smells like some old ass eggs, but you get used to it. The more you use it, you get used to it. So see, like I detangled her hair first, so it went right through. You know what I mean? But if I would have put it on beforehand, it would have been a problem. So basically, I just take it and just like massage it down, like from her roots, like that, and just pull it all the way down to the ends. And then you can see her curls is trying to pop in. You guys, look at that. Put your head over a little bit, like over that way. You can see her curls are trying to pop in.
Thank you for your remarks. Thank you for your time tonight.
Like from this part, you know what I mean? Like your curls start to pop back in immediately, and all that is just saying that the strength is coming back into your hair. You know what I mean? So like I say, I don't know exactly what the hell they did when they created this stuff, but it's the business. Okay, so it's already sticky and it's getting tacky, so I'm not gonna touch that no more. I'm gonna leave that alone. And so I don't want her hair to get dry on me, so I'm gonna just start from here from the top. And then you just work it from the roots, and then it's gonna go all the way down. Keep your head back a little bit so it don't fall in your face.
Thank you.
And then make sure you get your edges real good, you know, your nape area, because you know that's where you want to concentrate it at more, because you know that's kind of like majority of the time where we have like all the breakage and pullage and stuff. Hold your head up to the side. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you want to concentrate it in that area. And then once I get it all over, you know, all through her hair, I'm gonna put her under my. You can use a handheld dryer if you got a blow dryer. Use that, because you can let it air dry, but the heat, you guys, the heat like helps it seals in really, really good. So, yes, get some. I was telling everybody it's like a little bit on the pricey side, but I ordered mine off of Amazon. You guys, and this bottle is a 16-ounce bottle. I paid like $9 for it. Now, if I would have bought this, like for real, if I would have paid like for this in Sally's or the beauty supply, this would have been like $20-something for real. So I was lucky to like go to Amazon and get it for like $9, you know. And I had this bottle for a long time. Yeah, it's expensive. Hold your head back.
Does your floodlight prevent crime?
It's really expensive. So when I was like, I snatched it up real quick. I'm like, shit, $9. Like, let me hurry up and get it. Cause even the smaller bottle, they have they even have like the packs, right? The packs cost like $4 just for one pack. So, or you'll get like a little small bottle about that big for like $3.99, $4.99. Some places I've seen it for $5. So it's pricey for sure. So this bottle lasts us because we all use this in the house. Everybody uses this. Yeah, like for real. Because for $20-something, you know what I'm saying, you damn near probably can get 3 damn bottles, you know. And this bottle, I had this bottle for, hey Sandra, I had this bottle for over 6 months, you guys. Maybe longer. I think I had it longer. Maybe like 7 months, going on 8 months I had this bottle, and we all use this in the house. Me, my daughter, like all of us, we all use this in here.
And now there's a better.
So it, you know what I mean? It goes a long way. You don't need a lot. You know what I mean?
Foods for up to 25 years. Meats, fruits, vegetables, dairy, and complete meals can be easily.
So I'm just making sure her roots are, I mean her edges and stuff is nicely saturated.
Harvest right at home freeze.
And then once I get it all through there, and then I'm just gonna like pull it with my hands, like through her ends, right? And another thing you don't want to do, please, hey Sandra, the one thing you don't want to do, you guys, like when you put this on, please do not comb your scalp. I'll tell you right now, don't comb your scalp. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't let the tooth of your comb hit your scalp, because that shit will burn. But as long as you don't, like, you can comb your hair, just try not to, you know, hit your scalp or whatever, and then it won't be irritated. So all I'm doing is just kind of like detangling it with my hand. Sorry. And it's on there pretty good. So all I'm gonna do is, from this point, that's it. I'm gonna take it and just put like a light twist on it like that. You don't want to twist it too hard, because like I say, it's gonna get sticky and it's gonna get rock hard. And you know what, keep just keep looking. Go to let me see, you can go to eBay, check Amazon, because you know Amazon, they have different places. So just keep looking, because even if it's not $9, you'll find something that's cheaper. You know what I mean? So just keep looking around. So I'm gonna work my way to the back, and then you can take your time. You know what I mean? Because you want it to dry as long as you know, as long as it possibly can anyway. So take your time and just work your way through it. You know, through your hair or whatever. It's kind of easier if you can break it down into 4. If you can't, you can break it down into 2. And
yeah, 91 years old, amazing, really.
You know, it's no rush. That's why I say, like, when you use it, just make sure you got some time in your day, like a chill day, and use it. But I'm telling you, man, like, y'all gonna die bleeding.
We would all laugh together and talk together, and I had a great time with it.
When you use it,
Johnny Carson said,
like, once you get the first results, you're gonna get so addicted. Because at some point I was like, you know what, like I gotta slow down, for real, like, because like as soon as you wash out, you know, you start to like feel your edges and pull your hair, and it feels like 100 times stronger than what it was initially before you put it in. And you be like, damn, okay, well if it got it that strong this fast, like shit, can I put some more in? And it's like, okay, no, you have to wait like 4 weeks or whatever. But you know, you get addicted to using it. So you don't need a lot. Because like I say, once you start, like I'm pouring it in right now, it's just a watery consistency. So it just kind of like goes straight through her, you know, like kind of pours through her scalp. And then you work your way out to the ends.
Now, younger audiences might not remember the movies, the sketches that made it so famous, but present-day comedians like Jim Carrey and Jim
That's it.
They
So get you up,
legacy. They've described
you can use your blow dryer.
How rare was
Or I'm going to put her under my portable hair dryer. I think I showed that one too. I bought it from Sally's for $10. And all you do is you plug that sucker up, plug it up to your blow dryer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need that big old clunky hair dryer, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to sit under it as it is, because you know it's so heavy and it's big. But the one I got, it was $10. It's portable. You can plug it up. I mean, you know, hook it up to your hair dryer or whatever. And that's it. And in that way, it dries better. You'll get like a complete dry. Because the handheld dryer, it'll dry it for you guys, but it'll dry it for you. Wait, hold your head back. But it takes longer, especially if you somebody that have a lot of hair. It takes a while to like get it dry.
It's an American favorite on top of an
Alright,
American
so now I'm working on this side.
It's like rodeo on top of roller coasters.
So like over here, like it is bone dry. Like bone dry ain't the word.
But old home. It survived 4 food fights, a one-coat wonder named Grams, and rolls
It's like almost brittle.
#1 rated marquee.
But by the time she washed this out, it's gonna get back soft again. Her texture is starting to pop back in her hair. So, and it haven't even been on a good 30 minutes yet.
You know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
That's not one. Play it too much.
Working hard to lower your LDL bad cholesterol. Not making enough progress.
Yeah, so just keep
Take the highest dose.
just keep looking Tosh,
Still aren't getting where you need to be. Now,
because they be having like a million different
LDL and get on the lower numbers.
sellers on there.
Than your statin to help clear LDL. Repatha plus the highest dose.
And sometimes they'll have like where you can buy more than one, and they'll have like a hold your head back. They'll have like better deals too. Like if you buy more than one bottle, you can buy one bottle, but you know if you buy 2 or whatever.
Flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, and redness, pain occurs at the injection site.
Added to a highest dose statin, Repatha lowered LDL below 70 for up to 90% of people. Ask if Repatha can get you on the path to way lower LDL.
Undercut
We
that.
always were told we were German.
And that's it. That's all you do.
I wore lederhosen, so I just started poking
But it's just those you know those few little simple things. You know what I mean? Number one, once every 4 to 6 weeks. Number 2, don't scratch your scalp. Because if you scratch your scalp, I promise you, you're going to be like, I can't do it. I got to stop. I got to stop, and then I got to rinse out whatever's in here because it's too much.
Then it hit me.
So,
Managing was all I was doing. When I told my doctor, I learned Humira is for people who still have symptoms of moderate
and then
to
just
severe
let it get
disease.
rock
Try
hard.
other medications.
You know what I mean?
In clinical studies, the majority of people on Humira saw significant symptom relief, and many achieved remission.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis.
And then what I usually do is,
including lymphoma, have happened.
once I finish putting it on,
And nervous system problems.
I'll put her,
and new or worsening heart failure before treatment.
I'll put her under the, I'll put like a little, like a cheap little, aluminum, conditioner cap, put it on her head, and put her under the dryer. Because, you know, the aluminum cap, you know, it creates more heat, which helps it to penetrate through your scalp too. But if you don't have one, and you just have a regular plastic cap, you can use that. Girl, I'm over here looking like a broke down schoolgirl right now. I'm tired. I kicked myself in the butt yesterday because I did pretty good though. Because, how'd you have that? But you know what I'm saying? For me to be sick the day before and then got up the next day and did all that stuff, wash, condition, tracked her up, weaved it, curled it, and did eyelashes too. Like, I did good. And your girl had a seizure the day before. So, you know. So I was expecting to move a little slow yesterday. But it was all good. Because I wasn't even trying to, you know what I mean, like come in and just bust it out and just move fast or whatever. Because like I was just barely like getting back on my feet like from the day before. But and now I'm about to come back and do it all over again.
Call us first.
Get her ready for school tomorrow. Keep the towel like around your face.
It's a rare opportunity for millions of Americans.
Yeah, because this stuff, it just...
A little over 24 hours from now, a total eclipse of the sun will be visible in mainland U.S. for the first time since 1979. It has been 99
so this is the last section right here.
Across the entire U.S. 60% of Americans live
and then when I'm done putting it on her hair, I always go back. Even if I'm doing my own hair, I'll go back and hit them edges up at least twice. You know, 2-3 times. You know, because like I say, you want to concentrate it. You know,
and had
concentrated more on your edges and like your nape area and stuff.
He was injured viewing a partial eclipse.
Yeah.
Thanks for spending time
Yeah.
with us. You were a teenager when you were,
and that's only because of the protein treatment or whatever. But
I was going to Marshall.
if he wasn't using that, like it wouldn't be doing that. So
Science teacher said after school there's going to be an eclipse.
like I say, man, I don't know
And so
what the
I
freak
thought,
they
hey,
put in this
look,
stuff,
I was
man.
Walking home from school with my best friend Roger.
I don't even know. I don't care to know. All I know is this stuff works. But
and looked up at the sun.
you know, it's
And
super potent
took
though.
about 20 seconds we looked at it.
Cause you know some stuff, man. Like some stuff, you gotta use it like 2, 3, 4, 5 times before you even see any progress.
Walked our mile home.
This stuff,
And the next day
you see it right away, like right away.
And it's lasted for 50 some odd years now
Oh my
since that
goodness.
injury took place.
So did it hurt your eyes?
Okay, boo. Okay, Chris.
Or
Yeah,
simply
but
some of your vision just was
I don't know what they
going
put
in
in
his
here,
body and
man.
that happened so much later.
So you know that's it. It's
Realized
just
at the
it's
time
basic
you were looking at it
steps
as doing
or whatever.
damage.
That's why I say like I thought a lot of people, you know what I mean, probably knew about it already because it's been around so long.
Like when you poke your eye,
Like it's not even funny.
the back of the eye,
You know.
the retina, has no pain sensors.
Because I can
So
recall,
no
like,
going in there.
you know what I mean? Like, back when my mom introduced this to my hair, you know? That's how long it's been
That's
around.
just wild. So
But I know that,
can't you see now?
it's been around, like, all that time, but
Well, Roger and I
How'd
were
you have
very
that?
lucky
can't leave your head
that
up.
we burned just one eye.
And,
The people that
I think, like, it was, even though they were still selling it or whatever, you know, I think people, it kind of had, like, that spurt where it probably wasn't, like, flying off the shelves or whatever. So you always had those
can see perfectly.
you know, the old faithfuls that always used it or whatever, that was continuously buying it or whatever. But,
what do you want people to know before tomorrow's eclipse?
all right, this is the last one.
Well, I wanted to be safe myself. I'm going to go out and enjoy the eclipse, but I'm not looking up.
And so it usually runs.
I'm going to enjoy just seeing the shadow coming.
Like when you put it in,
let
me see it.
Some of these glasses are on recall.
It usually runs like from the top to the back of your head because it's like a liquid type of thing. So just get like get you an old towel that you ain't really tripping on or whatever, and just
so they've got to really be careful.
put it around your neck.
I'm worried about the children, the glasses slipping off of them.
And that's that.
Is Tuesday morning
Right here,
going to be the big news story? Millions blinded by the solar eclipse.
So now she's gonna go under this cap. Let me put it right
We
here.
certainly hope not. You're helping to spread the word of the danger, and hopefully people take those proper precautions. I know our daycare for our youngest is planning to keep the kids inside all day tomorrow because of that.
So now she's gonna go under this
Thanks for sharing your story.
foil cap. That's what it is.
So thanks for spreading.
She's gonna go under the foil cap.
All right. Have a great weekend.
And I'm gonna put her under the hair dryer.
A transgender cyclist makes
And,
history. CNN's Dr. Sanjay Gupta has her story.
Let it get super, super hard. And then even when it dries, I'm still gonna leave it on for a while.
I work through every life situation on my bike.
Jillian Bearden is an elite cyclist, but her ride hasn't been easy.
I was born male as Jonathan Paul Bearden. Having this identity going on in your mind, you struggle on a daily basis.
Oh, you know what? I gotta show.
Jillian turned to cycling.
Cause I want y'all to see like
in the male circuit. But her
I want y'all to see like how it pops the curls back in your hair too. So
suicide to want to
let me try to get some of this on the back of her hair because she got an undercut on the back of her hair.
But that's how dark.
So you guys can see like how it really, really pops your curls back
And
in.
with their support, she began transitioning. Jillian worked with officials at USA Cycling, and after months of talks and hormonal testing, they granted her a license to race as a female.
It was extremely emotional. Like I was finally on that woman's team that I've always longed for.
Now she's about to compete in her first professional cycling
Just from
race
the
as a woman, the Colorado Classic.
protein treatment.
This race is important because
Like
I'll
if
be
you
the
would've just
first
watched it or
trans
whatever.
woman athlete in the United States to race in the pro field.
The Colorado Classic is a 2-day team cycling event that draws some of the top professional cyclists in the world.
When you have 83 other riders hitting speeds of 14
Let me see if I can
miles
get
an
like
hour,
a better
it's
look.
crazy thing.
Jillian finished in time
Okay.
to qualify for the second race.
We just got to turn kind of slow because I don't want this stuff swinging all over my couch.
Racers climb 36
Okay,
uphill
move up a little.
at an elevation already of almost
No, yeah,
10,000.
like just sit up, sit up.
It's
Yeah,
going
there
to
you go.
be intense.
Like you can see the back of her hair,
I'm really blessed.
like how the curls is popping in, you guys.
The steep hills proved tough.
And it's basically turn around.
Behind the pack. Still, she pushed through to the end. Out of 74
And then it's basically just like
34.
putting the protein back in her hair like immediately.
I'm alive.
Right.
I am my true self. And that's the best race there is.
Fit Nation, around the world in 8 races. Brought to you by
So,
Believe.
go get the
All
cat.
day strong. All day.
Can you do it in here?
This is Logan.
Yeah, so you can put it on your head.
To
So you don't
prove
keep
to you
dripping
that the
all
better
over.
choice for him is a lead. He's agreed to give it up.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, grab this so I can move the whole child.
You're telling me to go get it.
Yeah, so that's, you know, it's so easy, so simple. And bring me paper towel, please. It's super easy. And it you know what I'm saying, it make your hair so healthy, so strong. And not only that, it grows it really good too. Really good. You know what I mean? Because like I said, like when your hair is natural, like when it's strong, then alright, put it on now. You put it on. Don't take the towel off though. Still looks good. When you put it on and then once your hair gets really strong, then your hair, it doesn't have to like overwork itself like when it's trying to grow. Because a lot of times, like if you're dealing with like breakage or shedding and stuff like that, and you're trying to get your hair to grow out and it takes longer than usual, that's because like your hair is like working overtime because it got like all this other stuff going on. So it's like when you use that, then it's like your hair is healthy. It don't have like a whole bunch of stuff going on, and it just grows. It just grows. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, I even tell people, look, even if you could just go get the little bottle, you know what I mean? Or a couple of packs. You know what I mean? Because if if you're not in a position to get the 16-ounce bottle, don't worry about it, because if it's just you using it, you don't need a lot. Trust me, you don't need a lot. So, just get a couple of packs, you know what I mean? Or get the small bottle and just keep it in your medicine cabinet. Or keep it in your, in your little storage where you keep your hair products, and just have it on standby and use it faithfully on time. You know what I mean? Even if you gotta like jot down like when the last time you used it, like, okay, I used it today, I know I need to use it 6 weeks from now. And in that way, because it helps to be consistent too. Because like if you so if you say if you use it twice, right? And you did it twice within the last 12 weeks, but you forget to go back in the next 6 weeks to do it. It's like you kind of like slowing the process to strengthen your hair up. You know what I mean? So it's just better to be consistent. And then if you need it, like I said, if you find yourself combing your hair, or you find your hair shedding, or you feel like your hair feels really weak, or if it don't feel weak, or if it's not shedding, and you do something to it, like, or if you put heat in it, like the person that flat irons it, or, always curling it, or blow drying it, or anything, you know what I mean? You want to use it, so it doesn't just mean like, it doesn't just mean you just coloring your hair, you know what I mean? Or permanent or whatever. Like, even if you don't color it or permanent, and you just natural, and you growing it out, you want to use it. Because it's gonna continue to keep it strong, and it's gonna get stronger and stronger each time. But you will see results the first time you rinse it out, right? Because like even on your edges, like if your edges are thin, after you take it off and rinse it off, like under the water. Oh, another thing too, I have to say before I forget. When you rinse it out, do not rinse it out with shampoo. because that just kind of like dilutes the treatment. What you want to do is just get like some warm water and just keep rinsing it until it all comes out, but don't shampoo it when you're rinsing it out, because you're just rinsing the product out, you know. But that's important. But you know, you want to use it regardless, no matter what, you know what I mean. So like I said, the best thing to do is to just be consistent, you know what I mean, just have it in the cabinet. But if you don't have any, use some eggs, you know, because that's what they used to use back in the day, you know what I'm saying. And eggs, you know, eggs are full of protein, you know. So like I tell people, hey, go to your kitchen, go grocery shopping, and you know, grab some stuff out of there and do what you got to do, you know what I mean. Because like I say, it can be a little costly, and then sometimes it's not just that. You might have the money to buy it, you just might not have the time to go get it, you know what I mean. So it's not really necessarily that you don't have the money. So like I say, if you don't have it offhand, like, you know, right then and there, just get, like, depending on how much hair you have, get a couple eggs, I say 1 or 2, and beat them up, mix them up, and put in your hair. It's going to dry up hard the same way. It's going to do what the Alpha-G does, but it's just the Alpha-G is just like, I say like the Alpha-G is like maybe, I say the egg is like 50% potent and the Alpha-G is 100. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, if you have to use the egg, at least you know you have a treatment on your hair, right? So that's a must-have. Because, you know, like back in the day, they used to use like the egg and the mayonnaise and, you know what I mean, and milk and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And I still use it to this day. And now, like I always tell people, like, they think they doing something new right now, child, and these beauty supplies talking about hair mayonnaise. Like, if y'all don't get out of here with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, where y'all think y'all got that from? Y'all got that from us. Like, we was already doing that a long time ago. So that's that, you guys. So I'm going to put her under the hair dryer and come back later, because I'm going to track her up and everything. I'm going to let her sit under there and, you know, let it sit for a little bit before I even attempt to track her up. And then when I do, I'll come back and, you know, it won't be as long as it was yesterday because your girl's tired. But I'll definitely come back on, like, you know, each phase and show a little bit on each video. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope it was helpful to everyone. I hope I gave you guys a lot of vital information on that treatment. It works. You know what I mean? Like, I promise you it works. You know what I mean? So go get some. You know what I mean? Keep it in your cabinet. Use it faithfully. And then I will see you guys later on when I come back in. Okay? Bye-bye.